last time, but assuming an episode of this. So, yeah, just kind of where I left off last time. Since it was, dreams, right, what a nightmare. See what we got. Dreaming, sleeping Moses. It's late at night and my little brother's already fast asleep. His soft snores from my bedroom in a regular, almost melodic manner. I'm not used to sleeping in the same room as my siblings. My parents are pretty well off, and our house is large enough that we all have our own rooms. That isn't the case at my grandparents' place, however. My grandparents might live all the way out in the countryside, surrounded by the sprawl of nature, but their house is even smaller than my parents' out in Tokyo. My grandparents aren't particularly wealthy, and while their home is cozy enough, it's pretty old-fashioned, all tatami floors and wooden support beams. It only has 2 actual bedrooms. 2. One for them and one for the guests. They don't need much more space than that. Chiharu and Nene got the actual guest room, so Reza and I is stuck in an old storage room. We aren't siblings, but it's not like us guys that can hunker down with the girls. Wouldn't be enough room for one and for another, and I don't want to be anywhere near Chiharu when she's getting changed into her pajamas. I doubt Chiharu would want that all that much either, given how uppity she gets when I commit the heinous crime of walking past her in the mornings when she's applied her makeup, before she's applied her makeup. If it bothers her that much to be seen with her face unfinished, she should just stay in her room until she's applied all her war paint. But I'd probably have an easier time trying to memorize the Heart Sutra than I would trying to understand Chiharu. Oh, whatever, it's not like I really care about what my sister's thinking. I can guess most of the time anyway, based on her permanently pissed off expression. But back to my current sleeping arrangements. Sleeping noises. My grandparents aired the storage room out before Reza and I arrived, and they laid down futons to make it more comfortable. But his room has a distinct aura of disuse about it regardless. There's a bunch of old creaking bookshelves arranged in the corners, populated with my grandma's old detective novels, and the cupboards are stuffed with bits of tat my grandma's no longer use. I found broken down vacuum cleaner when Reza and I first moved in here during a precursor research, alongside an old landline from the 80s and a brazier from the Kotatsu. It's kind of like Aladdin's cave and these cupboards. The treasure in Tin Cave was all useless junk. It's clear this isn't a room which was meant for human habitation. It's only more than a convenient place to stash junk, which makes it hard for me to get comfy, because I don't quite belong. So I got a futon's pretty novel too. I bed back at my parents' place, and I'm used to a soft mattress and wooden pillows. Can't say I like this arrangement too much. It doesn't seem to be bothering Reza. He busts out the moment his head hit the pillow. I'm jealous of him actually. Wish I could fall asleep. Heck, quarters easily. Since Reza's still a little kid, he has a tendency to play a bit too hard during the day. He whips himself out pretty quickly, so he passes out no problem. Well, what I wouldn't give to be a kid again. Don't have any worries rattling around in their little heads, apart from some homework maybe, which is dead easy. My university work's much more demanding. Well, I guess it will be, given I'm 19 years old. I'm complaining about nothing. I should probably count myself lucky in any case that Elizabeth's hunkering down with Chico and Nene for the night. Oh boy. I find it awkward enough sleeping in the same room with my younger sisters. It'd be especially awkward sleeping alongside a busty demon girl I barely know, but who is, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, incredibly well endowed. You said 2 different things that mean the same thing in the same sentence. Anyway, I mean, geez, the size of those things, I can't stop thinking, bro, what the fuck? Sleeping. I groan aloud and turn over my futon and attempt to get comfortable. It doesn't really work, however. I still can't nod off, too concerned about what Elizabeth told me earlier. She said that to stay in the human realm, she'll have to eat my dreams. Does that mean she'll be eating my dreams tonight? Will she be able to see all of my nighttime musings? Well, she learns about all the unconscious desires not even I know I possess. It seems a little too intimate given we've only just met. Well, this is one desire I know I have, which is definitely not unconscious, but I'm not going to spell it out. Not even in my own head, with Reza present. That'd feel like crossing some sort of boundary. No, I'm absolutely not going to think about Elizabeth's chest, and it's not like I care at all, really. Bro, stop focusing on... I'm not going to dream about it either. Can't afford to dream about it. He's going to dream about it. I'm so worked up about this, in fact, that I scarcely dream at all that night, largely because I scarcely sleep. As tired as I am, I can't bring myself to do it. This all feels way too awkward. I was worried when I first saw Elizabeth that she might cast some evil, demonic hex on me. What I'm suffering from right now is way more mundane. Am I really going to die of sleep deprivation? They're pretty lame, and I survived an encounter with a demon, but hey, why don't you try sleeping under these circumstances? It's not that easy, let me tell you. Nothing in this world is. I've grown for about the 1 millionth time, approximately. I can already tell that tomorrow's going to be awful. Hell. it's time for a change. In these updates. Nice tea I've got. I'm not able to actually fall asleep until around 3 AM or so. When I do pass out, however, I don't have any particularly shameful dreams, at least to my knowledge. I do wake up at around 7 from running on precious little sleep, and I feel horribly groggy, but I force my body into wakefulness regardless. Somebody needs to ensure that Reza brushes his teeth and combs his hair. He's a pretty trustworthy kid, but he still needs me to keep an eye on him. I get dressed, then rouse Reza and march him to the bathroom to oversee his own routine. Once I'm satisfied to see the sparkling, I'm a real stickler for that kind of thing. I can't count the number of times Nanny's told me, "You're no fun." I have him wash his face, then towel him dry and get him changed. With the both of us, more or less, ready to face the day, we then traipse over to the dining room. Riz and I are late up, as it transpires, and the day Tim's already saved breakfast. My family all sitting about the table waiting. My grandparents are there, and so's Chihiro and Nene, and of course she's there too. She's wearing the same outfit she wore yesterday. Could her clothes cover any less? I mean, yeah, they could. That's like not even that revealing, bro. You just have a vivid imagination. Dance that, I'm sure they could. It's almost like she's trying to make me uncomfortable. I greet my family with the most neutral, congenial tones I can manage, trying, all the while not to gawp at Elizabeth. I turn my face at the table, Fraser following me immediately, and thank my grandparents for their cooking. Then I begin to eat quickly without tasting it, in the hopes of rising from the table as soon as possible. The air feels pretty thick. You could cut it with a knife, and I don't know if I'm in the mood to spend too much time with Elizabeth. I don't know what I dreamed last night, or even if I dreamed, and I don't know if she knows about it. Uncertainty is discomforting. If I'm cheating in double-quick time and I'm about to rise from the table, cuts that open in the fields when. Hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we have a problem. We do? Yes, we do. It's a big one. But I never. This sounds rather serious. Oh, what is it, Chihiro? Chihiro frowns. She does not look like a happy bunny. She's only eaten about half of her salmon, and she left a lot of rice and miso soup. And she, like me, is ready today's breakfast, so it's definitely black and white, but all happy. Is this about breakfast, dear? Is something not to your liking? You barely eaten any of it. No, it's not. It's about a new guest. What do you mean, me? That's what I mean. You're the only guest here, aren't you? I'm trying to behave myself, but I don't fully understand the customs of you humans. Yes. Have we not done anything too horribly offensive? No, you haven't, not deliberately at least. Oh shit, I just texted her back. I'm afraid you might be causing one or two problems just by being here, though. Being here? Indeed. Should be aware of this already. I'm going to have to spell this out for you. I think it might be too stimulating for my older brother to handle. My fingers instinctively curl against the side of the table. My face, meanwhile, turns scarlet. Don't tell me. I didn't actually have much of an appropriate dream about Elizabeth last night, did I? Elizabeth ate my dreams, as she said she would. She might have learned about them. And if she'd learned about them, who's to say she didn't tell Chihiro about them? I imagine the sweetly smiling Elizabeth telling Chihiro about my deviant fixation on her. Is this normal behavior for a human male? And my blood runs cold. This is bad. It's very, very bad. I've often might ask Chihiro if she can come with me, so we can talk about my raging libido in private. No way we can discuss this in front of Reza, but I don't have the time. Chihiro tucks the strand of her perfectly straight here behind her ear and says, "Problem is your outfit, Elizabeth. It's too revealing." It's actually not. Like, I don't get it. This is like normal. Even for living people that aren't too deep. Ah, so that's what Chihiro was getting at, is it? Relief that she doesn't know about fully sinking my feelings. But I can relax now, though the sun can last a few moments. My poor, stupid brother can't stop gawping at you, though he's trying not to. It's getting quite aggravating, actually. Huh? It's not that obvious, is it? It is very noticeable. Not the most tactful person in the world, though you'd like to think you are. She's right about that. Thou hast been making eyes at Lisa ever since she arrived. This dark one is surprised she hath not told you to knock it off already, pervert. If I were her, I would use the magic bestowed upon me by the Dark Lord to usher upon your unworthy head a rain of fire and brimstone. This is the only just punishment a moral men like you deserve. What's a pervert? I am glad that thou asked, mine adorable younger brother. A pervert is Alright, alright. I give Nene's forehead a flick. That's quite enough out of you. Nene whimpers her red eyes, the contacts, of course, filling with tears. Oh, why'd you do that, Taiki? Because you were being inappropriate. And you keep staring at Lisa's boobs, even though she's only showing a bit of cleavage, so it's the real banger here. I've not been staring, I've just been checking out the goods. No, I just... Oh, never mind, this is ridiculous. We're not talking about my tastes in front of Reza, please, or in front of our grandparents for that matter. I mean, geez, Nene herself is only 13, she shouldn't be talking about this sort of thing either, even if she has devoted a fair bit of time to reading through my forbidden magazines. Oh boy, does this girl know no shame? Since she wears red contacts, bleaches her hair, and constantly talks about having magical powers, I'd say no, but a bit of optimism never hurt anybody. Chiara is right though, Elizabeth's outfit is distracting, she can only go outside like that, people stare at her. It's normal! I don't get, like, what's so, like... Okay, anyway, whatever. I doubt people with tact would stare at her. Well, then you are, you mean? Can it, Nene? I'm not talking about me right now. I give my problematic little sister another flick, which makes her yelp again. Oh, hey, Chi, Taki's being mean to me. Yes, and? Shouldn't you stick up for me? We're both sisters, we're just being this together. Might be sisters, but I'm under no obligation to defend you from all of life's ills. And in any event, you brought this on yourself, stop being so immature. There are some topics you really shouldn't discuss in front of Reza, not so brazenly at least. See, even Chihiro agrees with me, you're taking things too far. And you, mister? Chihiro's eyes arrow in her mind. Ah, the cause of all this, you're in no position to act all high and mighty. Elizabeth isn't a piece of meat, please don't drool when you look at me. I don't drool. You as good as. Goodness me, you youngsters sound like you're having fun. It's not been this lively in quite some time. It's a bit too lively. I concur. Fool Chihiro likes isolation, she's not such a bad egg. We find ourselves in agreement more often than not, and though Chihiro can be pretty pissy, she's at least sensible. That's more than can be said for Nene. I don't want to turn this into a debate, but I do think we need to get you some new clothes, Elizabeth. That should be our top priority. Elizabeth! Ahem. I want to go outside and introduce in a manner that'll draw his attention. I won't stare out too much to you. It's like... Okay, is this a Japanese thing, or am I just am I just weird? Like, I don't think that's revealing at all. Like... Whatever. Oh no, I want to have fun during my stay in Japan, but I definitely don't want to cause a scene. A scene? I hate to inconvenience you, it wouldn't be that weird, I swear to God. That might be impossible. Even putting aside Elizabeth's outfit, her horns, her wings, and her tail aren't going to magically disappear. And she could, well, use magic. I'll have to ask her about that later. These unexpected additions are sure to cause a scene out among the general public, but I think buying Elizabeth some new clothes should help. Not sure about all of that leather, she also she just stepped off the set of some dubious adult movie. And the gloves and fishnet aren't really helping. The new outfit is a must-have. You don't happen to have any spare clothes with you, do you? No, I'm sorry, I didn't think bring any with me. I didn't know I was going to be summoned. It was all very last minute. Yeah, I get that. Can you use magic to alter your outfit then? You're a demon, so I'm presuming something like that might be possible. Oh yes, what's your show us? Your magic powers, Lisa? Dark One would love to be a witness to such a spectacle. Well, I could use magic to alter my appearance. It is true, but I'm not particularly talented at the art. Even very simple spells use a lot of my stamina. If I run out of energy, I'll have to return to the demon realm. To enjoy my time in Japan for as much as possible, which means I ought to keep my magic to a minimum. I don't want to use it on frivolous things like my appearance. Nene pouts. How are you so disappointed? You saw Elizabeth being summoned only yesterday. Wasn't that cool enough to keep you entertained? It was cool, yes, but this Dark One was hoping to see even more wicked, diabolical magic. It isn't every day you summon a demon. So it's a waste if she won't even do a few simple spells. I'm very sorry to disappoint you as far as demons go. I'm not all that impressive. My mother is much more powerful than I am. Well, it's been a bit of a dunce by comparison. I'm sorry you got settled with a useless demon like me. Don't apologize, dear. I, for one, am glad to have you around the house. Oh, you are? Of course. I think you're very sweet. How would you like some more green tea? Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. My grandma needs across the table and to refill Elizabeth's cup. Okay, my pause, steam exuding from the spout of the teapot. My grandpa smiles indulgently. Don't compare yourself to your mother, at least her. It does not comfort me, powerful demon. Don't you wonder you're worrying about measuring up to her? If I know anything, the parents love their children regardless of their accomplishments. Yes, indeed. Any feat, no matter how small, is a cause for celebration. Don't let yourself be browbeaten. Browbeaten? Need more confidence. Guys. Elizabeth sniffled her eyes full of grateful tears. Thank you for being so nice to me. I think nothing of it. It's only natural that one who knows to commend his daughter. I think very highly of her, after all. Kindness begets kindness. That is how the world ought to be. The world too. Now do try to cheer up. This scene is pretty touching, got to admit, but we're not any closer to addressing an itchy who's concerned. Concerns namely that Elizabeth's outfish has quite a lot of skin. It really isn't that bad, guys. What are you on? Rev will be fine if she was going to a nightclub, I guess, but will cause problems for daily wear. I can't imagine it would be uncomfortable for Elizabeth either, being stuck in the same outfit for daily. A few changes of clothes would be nice to admit would be to her benefit too. I wonder. Hey Chiharu, do you think Elizabeth could borrow some of your clothes? Oh yes, an excellent idea, Taiki. That's a perfect solution to our problem. It would be if my build was at all like Elizabeth. Do you really think she'll fit my shirts and blouses? Yeah, Taiki, you dunce. At least his chest is massive, like on a planetary scale. She's even bigger than those models in those Shameless magazines you own. How's she going to fit her sweater puppies in poor dear cheese clothes? She's nowhere near that big! Oh my god. Are you trying to hurt her feelings? You're so inconsiderate. Says you! This time it's Chiharu's turn to flick Nene. You must have used more force than I did because Nene's resultant cry of pain is shriller than anything I've heard from her lips since Elizabeth's summoning yesterday. She shrieks so loudly, in fact, that Risa jumps, then asks her shyly if she's alright. Yes, I'm fine. Then they grit her teeth together. This dark one will not succumb to injuries of the flesh so very easily. I am too exalted. My powers are strong enough to sustain, but seriously. There's Karen begins to break alongside her voice as she cries. Why'd you do that, Chi? I thought you were supposed to be the mature one. I am the mature one. There's some things you want to say to a lady, though no matter what, mind your manners. But Chi, I'm a lady too. Hardly. Now to business. Yes, what's the plan, General? Since Elizabeth can't change her outfit, what the fuck happened to the chair? Since Elizabeth can't change her outfit of her own volition, and my clothes won't fit her, we'll need to go on a shopping trip. Can you tell me to go outside and explore, Elizabeth? Yes, I want them more than anything. Let's head out. I want to pick up a new summer dress for myself in the event, so this should work out nicely. We'll take the bus to the nearest town, and then we can try and look for a few appropriate pieces. What do you think about that? Do I get to go? Nobody offers any opposition to Chiharu's plan. Nobody apart from Nene, that is, who objects on the grounds that Elizabeth's current outfit is really cool. The protests go a little like this. I don't want Chi to dress you up, Elisa. She'll turn you into a boring normie. She'll make you wear beige. You're a demon too. Should stand out a bit more. You don't want to look like everybody else, do you? Also, Nene said her plans were summarily disregarded, however, because they were impractical. I think even my grandparents, as though they are, have realized Elizabeth's. In fact, you know what? Let me pull up my photos. Laissez-faire. Cool. Laissez-faire is how you pronounce it. Thinking of my grandparents, laissez-faire as the laissez-faire that they are, I realised Elizabeth can't wander the streets dressed as she is. She stands out too much. Let's go clothes shopping. Well, this proves to be something of a production. grandparents' village is so small and out of the way, it only boasts a handful of stores. A convenience store, an old-timey sweet store, and a grocer's. That is really all their village has to offer in the way of retail. All of the closed stores are in the next town over, which is about 40 minutes by a bike and half an hour by a bus. 40 minutes by a bike and half an hour by a bus? How slow does the bus go? I don't think you should be able to ride a bike almost as fast as a bus. I wouldn't mind cycling, I'm not bad at it, but Chihiro turned that idea down flat. She had any form of exercise, but cycling is a particular bugbear of hers, given how badly it hits my side immaculate hair. I didn't spend half an hour straightening and pitting my hair this morning to make a total mess of it. Besides, we didn't bring our own bikes, we'd have to borrow our grandparents, and what would Elizabeth do then? Can't make her run along behind us. This was a fair enough objection, one guy couldn't overrule. Chihiro was hoping Grandpa would offer to give us a lift, but I think he's tired after yesterday's assignment, and he seemed to rather stay indoors. My grandmother, meanwhile, can't drive at all. She never learned how, and while I've been taking lessons myself, I haven't passed my practical test yet. Even if I could drive, which I can't, I wouldn't be insured to drive my grandpa's old van anyway. By the process of elimination, that means the only way to go on this little trip is to take the bus. Then it didn't tag along with us on a shopping trip. She doesn't like clothes shopping in general. This is a waste of time. And she particularly dislikes clothes shopping with Chihiro. Nene and Chihiro have very different fashion tastes, and Nene always turns her nose up at the cute, sweet, sensible places Chihiro tries to force in her. Since Nene was pretty firmly in club, Elizabeth is fine the way she is, and she's also taken offence at our shopping trip on principle. Reza stayed behind too, since he's a little kid, with approximately zero interest in clothes. Besides, I feel bad hauling them between department stores all day. They get tired pretty quickly. I'm not sure if leaving him with Nene is a good idea, but our grandparents will be there too to keep an eye on things. Everything will be fine, right? Right? Hope so. Oh boy. I inhaled the scent of... That was a exhale. I inhaled the scent of freshly mown grass in my nostrils and glanced about my surroundings. It's a pleasant enough day, hot but not too hot. Don't feel particularly sweaty, which is a boon. The gentle breeze, which rocks the tall grass in the fields which surround us, the leaves on the nearby trees swish, while clouds scud along lazily above our heads. It's nice out in the sticks, but it's also pretty frickin' inconvenient. I exhale a warm breath into the warmer breeze. I exhale a warm breath into the warmer breeze, then lean back on the wooden bench at a local bus stop. This bench and the bus stop are relics from an ancient time. Nails stick out uncomfortably between the roughly hewn planks of wood, one of them digging into my thigh. Ouch, they don't sit down. At the most comfortable way to wait for a bus. When's it going to get here? The age timetable displayed by the side of the bus station says our bus should arrive around 10:30. Quick look at my phone says it's only 9:50, so 40 minutes left to wait. What a pain. In Tokyo, the wait times between trains and buses tend to be around 15 minutes at the absolute maximum. Usually they arrive even quicker than that. Guess I've gotten too accustomed to how convenient life in the city is. This feels almost torturous. What am I going to do to pass the time? I can scroll through my phone, I guess, but it's not like there's anything at all that interesting going on. I have a conversation with Chihiro, but... Nope, that's no go. Chihiro is staring at her own phone, her neatly manicured fingers dashing madly across the keyboard. There's a look of intense concentration on her face, and her eyes are narrowed. She must be deep in conversation with somebody, though she said somebody is, I have no idea. Though who said somebody is, I have no idea. Maybe she's texting one of her girlfriends. Chihiro has a lot of friends, she's very popular. I don't want to distract her, so I glance over Elizabeth instead. Singing. Elizabeth is humming to herself, her hands resting on her lap, her legs swaying to and fro. I recognize the tune, maybe it's some hit song from the Demon Realm. Do they have idols in the Demon Realm? I have no idea. Since Elizabeth's normal clothes aren't really suitable for walking around in, Grandpa gave her one of his old shirts to throw over her demonic attire. She's wearing this white button-up shirt, which is several sizes too big for her, so it bunches up around the wrists and arms. But even then, it strains against her chest. That's not straining, that's like... Okay, whatever. I wonder if Chihiro, with all of her fashion expertise, will be able to find any clothes that fit Elizabeth's physique. Are we fighting a losing battle here? Hope our trip won't be for nothing. I say again, which attracts Elizabeth's attention, but not Chihiro, she's too transfixed on her phone. You alright, Taiki? Oh yeah, I'm fine, don't fuss about me. B. Are you sure? You look rather weary. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night. This has been a lot to swallow, you know. What has? The whole meeting and demon thing? You made quite the impression. Oh, really? Really? I'm glad to hear it. I hope I'm not making things too difficult for you, though. No, you haven't. It's fine. You can't help being who you are. I just need some time to get used to having you around. This is a me problem, but I'm checking the time on my phone again. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Curses. And groan. Where's the bus and hurry up? I feel like I've been waiting for ages already. You get bored? Maybe a little, aren't you? Not at all. This is all new to me, so it's very exciting. It's very pretty around here, and it's also green. I can't see how anybody could get bored of a lovely view like this. I have no idea. You have no idea how lucky you are, Taiki. I don't feel at all that lucky right now. Not with a nail digged into my thigh. You're uncomfortable? Elizabeth tears her gaze away from her surroundings, glanced back at me, blinking. Would you like to trade places? No, it's fine. I can deal with it. I appreciate Elizabeth's concern, but making a pretty girl sit on a rusty old nail doesn't sound like a very gentlemanly thing to do. Not even if I've seen pretty girls and even. Since Elizabeth's a demon, no doubt she's been vaccinated against our common earthly ailments. Mumps, measles, and more pressingly tinnitus, tetanus. I wouldn't want her to get sick. It would have been nice if we could have cycled, though. We'd get there so much quicker. Oh yes, I too am curious about cycling. I would love to try it myself sometime. You would? I would indeed. I know your grandparents only have 2 bikes, but I thought I could maybe ride on the back of yours. I know it's possible. I've read about it in romance stories. Since when do demons read romance stories? Oh, I have my ways. Elizabeth smiles coyly. I'd like to ride a bike with you and wind and wind my arms around your back. That's what being young is all about. Privately, I think that if Elizabeth were to get so up close and personal with me, it'd be more than her arms. I'd be able to feel about my what the? Ever since Elizabeth dropped into this story, it's been like constant fixation. But at least it's just like, implied. It might be quite nice, actually. Oh my! But I'm afraid if such a situation did happen, I'd be so distracted by Elizabeth's closeness, I wouldn't be able to steer the bike. I already foresee myself losing control and falling down a gorge. Pretty hilly around here, and any small slip-up could be potentially perilous. I'm sorry, but I'll have to veto that idea. You're not supposed to ride pillion when it comes to cycling. It's illegal. It is? It is, yes. What? Such a common scenario in romance stories. The girl always rides on the back of the guy's bike beneath the setting sun. It never fails to make my heart flutter. It's a common scenario in stories, yeah, but you're forgetting that we live in the real world. You can get fined if you're caught. I don't think I trust my brother to bear both of you on those twiggy legs of his either. Hey, I do not have twiggy legs. Yes, you do, and you have no stamina either. But you have to sweat out half your bodily fluids if you try to cycle with Elizabeth on the back of your bike. And that doesn't sound at all romantic to me. Better off abandoning this fantasy, Elizabeth. My brother's in no fit state to make it come true. Well, you're right, but you don't need to say it quite like that. Haven't you heard of being tactful? Why should I be tactful towards you? We're siblings. Exactly what I mean. We're siblings, so you should try to be a little nicer. That's the point. You have to love me no matter what I say. Isn't that how family works? I think you have it twisted. Let's just say that I'm looking out for you then, as your concerned younger sister. How does that sound? Sounds sweet enough, I guess. I didn't even know you could do that. That wasn't coming off the back of you calling my legs twiggy, then insulting my stamina. I just don't want Elizabeth to get her hopes up when it comes to you, Taiki. I think it'd be better if she tempered her expectations accordingly. What do you mean when it comes to me? You know what I mean. No, I don't. Please elaborate. Shara and I begin to bicker pointlessly while Elizabeth watches. A small smile begins to tug Elizabeth's lips, and then... that. She starts to giggle. Oh my goodness, she's laughing. Now that's a curious reaction. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking. It's nice to get along so well. You think we do? Don't you? Don't you? Elizabeth blinks. I think you must if you can act like that. It's obvious that you're close. It's enough to make me feel jealous. Never had any brothers or sisters to play with or to talk to, but if I did, I'd like it if we could be as close as you and Chiharu are. I consider myself very fortunate indeed there. An hour later. Oh my gosh, this place is amazing. It's even better than I thought it would be. Human Realm's incredible! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Elizabeth stands and tilted her eyes wide in the middle of the street. I went to this town dozens of times before, so it's nothing new to me, and if it was, I wouldn't be impressed. This is the patch on Tokyo. Elizabeth, however, has never been to Tokyo, a lot of places she's not been, in fact. She totally knew me when it comes to the human realm, which might explain her enthusiasm. This house is a lot more built up than my grandparents' place. I don't begrudge her for being excited, but I wish she could learn to keep her voice down. It's going to attract all sorts of unwanted attention if this keeps up. Hey, Mummy, what's with the funny lady? Why is she shouting? Hey, no, dear, she's one of the tourists. I think nothing with a politeness here. I guess it's too late for that. Clearly, Elizabeth's never heard of restraint. Hey, I think we're getting a bit too carried away. Sounds nothing that special. It's not from the place in the human realm. It sounds weird. What? But why? This is the human realm. I can't call it that. I don't know what else I can call it. It might be the human realm to you, but everyone else is the only realm. Most people don't know demons exist. You don't want to cause a public commotion, do you? No, I suppose not. Hallelujah, she finally gets it! Mataki, look, the pastries in this window are so cute. They're just like tiny little fish. I'd show it really bad. I know I've always wanted to try a hammed burger, too. I wouldn't say no doubt ice cream. The rub is so delicious, mouthwater. I'm sure you someone try them all. So much for Elizabeth getting it, I guess. Get it at all. Please God, Saint Cthulhu, give me strength. Elizabeth, wait. I call out to her to lift the mail, but not listening. It'd be a lot easier if she wouldn't insist on darting around like a minnow. But then again, I think she would attract attention if she wasn't acting like a woman possessed. Elizabeth's one wearing my grandpa's old shirt, yeah, which goes away to hide just how skimpy and skin-tight demonic tire is. But her horns and wings, no tail, or as prominence as ever. She had cut holes in the back of grandpa's shirt actually, so that I think it's good post-root fabric. Otherwise, they would have changed. Since Elizabeth didn't even at all, I could think that she could have at least used that magic to hide it more noticeably than human attributes. Imagine if you to do that. She said even small cosmetic changes like this would be too much of a toll upon her. It doesn't really matter how Elizabeth acts, given her ostentatious appearance. They're bound to attract attention regardless, but still. She's not running around like high magnified girl, no resistance man. I wonder if she's going to end up using her magic to save the main character at some point later in the story. No idea what would make sense. I looked at the achievements a while ago, and they gave me massive spoilers. no, they weren't like spoilers, but they were like, just like small steps. No resistance man. Can't help me excited though. This was nothing like anything I've ever seen. There are so many big buildings and so many people. So hyped I can't stand still, not even for a second. Well, I can see that. I pinched bridge my nose between my thumb and forefinger, looking at a squeeze. I feel like a preschool teacher left in charge of a class of mostly energetic 3-year-olds. This would might be one woman, but I swear she's an affinity for 30 people. Look, Elizabeth, I get it, but you have to try and cool it. You stand out enough as it is. Look out, making it worse. You never see that people are staring. They are? Yes, they are. Look over there and there. I gesture vaguely around the street, pedestrians rolling by. This is such a pleasant day, the street is pretty crowded. He comes walking along arm in arm, lifting ice cream cones with a bunch of families. And before he looks to me raise his age, he's tucking his mother's hand a few yards away, picking for some sweet tree or another. Just a fair few droppers in outfit, just as skin tight as Elizabeth didn't even get up, though much less exposed. Out of all these pedestrians, a handful had paused to look at Elizabeth, and owing to her cheery exclamations. An elderly man waiting for a bus at the nearby bus stop was particularly perplexed by her presence. I see him sit down his paperback and adjust his glasses, his eyes zeroing in on Elizabeth's horns and then her tail. I sigh. If this horns, wings, tail would probably be written off as eccentric fashion accessories, though it would be easier if her wings and tail would stop twitching. They do that when she's excited. In the event, she'd better try and cut that out. Now, can't you keep your voice down? Stop running on ahead. I don't want you to get hit by a car. Oh yes, I know what cars are. They're those big metal contraptions that go very fast. You heard me hit by one? Yes, they're not you flying. Easily breaking through bones or worse unless you do magic to bail you out. Oh wow, they sound pretty scary. No, the human realm is so full of peril. It should be relatively safe. You will whisper out and sit close to me and cheer her away. Oh look, a cute doggy! Don't go off on your own, I was going to say. I heave a beleaguered sigh. I seem to do that a lot lately. As Elizabeth goes dashing off, yet again, in the pursuit of said dog. It is a cute dog, I have to admit, but it's worth all these curious stares. Hey, Chihiro, can't you try to talk some sense into Elizabeth? She's not listening to a single word I'm saying. I could do that, but I don't see why I should. Why shouldn't you? It was your idea to go on the shopping trip. She should be your responsibility. This was my idea to go on the shopping trip, yes, but it was your bright idea to summon her in the first place. Elizabeth wouldn't be in Japan at all if it wasn't for you. The places to be, that places the bird not looking out for her solely upon your shoulders, Taiki. So you're not going to say a thing to her? I'd rather not. I'm not her minder. I'm not her minder, or her master. Besides, I don't like running. I don't want to get sweaty. If you don't want Elizabeth dining off, maybe you should put a leash on her. I don't know about that. I think we'd attract more attention that way. Oh well, it was just a suggestion. She acts so much like a pet, I thought it might be a workable solution, but perhaps not. It's something we have to make do as best we can. Good luck, you have my sympathy. If you care. I care to the extent that I enjoy watching you run around like a headless chicken. It is rather amusing seeing you so flustered. Elizabeth is giving you quite the runaround. Well, she has an unpleasant smile, one still. Always complained that staying with our grandparents is boring. At least you can't say the same about our trip this year. Maybe you want to thank Elizabeth for that. Me thank her? Yeah, right. I eye Elizabeth sullenly. Getting the cute dog she spied earlier. That's a cute art. I hope she asked the dog's owner for permission before she descended upon them. Dog's owner, a young woman with glasses, looks a bit bemused, but at least she's not told Elizabeth to beat it. I guess things could be worse. I don't feel like thanking Elizabeth, however, not for her inexhaustible energy, nor for her inability to listen to me. I don't dislike her, but spending all this time with in her company is pretty exhausting. I'm already quite tired, and we've not been inside a single clothes shop yet. Will I have enough energy to make it through the next couple of hours? I was dread to think. Press to impress. What do you think? Does this outfit look good, Taiki? Huh? I set my phone down and glanced at the entrance of the fitting room. I've been in this department store for a good hour while Chihiro shepherded Elizabeth through rails of clothes, choosing, trying on, and discarding a myriad of outfits. I got into the women's fitting rooms, obviously, so I've been sat outside scrolling through random sites on my phone. Initially, I didn't mind waiting, but my boats been parked here for so long, I decided to fill it up. The cherry music blasting over the speakers isn't helping either. I'm starting to get a headache. This must be the 8th or is it 9th outfit of Elizabeth Chihiro has thought show me. Why she cares about my opinion, I have no idea. I don't have an eye for fashion. I figured Chihiro would take care of this whole clothes shopping thing on her own. Without my input, but apparently not. Maybe I should feel grateful that she actually cares about my opinion, but I'm deciding where she'd hurry up so I can escape. Sitting around a department store for an age is not my idea of fun. I've half a mind to tell Chihiro that, but this is alright, Taiki. It's so different to the clothes I usually wear. I'm a bit uncertain. This covers up so much skin, it seems a bit constricting. Is that how humans usually dress? Honestly, most of the women I see in real life, no, not at all. Oh, when I clap eyes on Elizabeth, all of my arguments will turn to dust. For the other 8, or was it 9, outfits Chihiro showed me looked fine too, but this particular outfit Elizabeth has on is better, even than that. She doesn't just look fine in this ensemble, she looks, if I do say so myself, downright adorable. Hell yeah, bro. Chihiro as Elizabeth kitted out in this dark dress with puffy sleeves and a pleated skirt. The dress itself is fairly plain, at least in terms of its colour, but it sets off Elizabeth's bright pink hair nicely. Since Elizabeth looks pretty striking as it is, sticking her in clothes that are too showy would probably be a touch overwhelming. I think the simplicity of this outfit really suits her. Don't know if my opinion's worth all that much, but you don't think this looks strange to me, do you? Elizabeth glances up at me shyly. Her face is pale pink, and she's why she looks so embarrassed. Surely she should be more confident, not less, in clothes like this. This outfit's way more demure than a demon attire. Might not be fair, though, for me to expect Elizabeth to act a certain way. She's an ordinary girl, after all. She's a demon. I don't fully understand the customs of her culture, or her culture. I don't fully understand her either, but... Oh, shit. Oops. There's one thing I'm being led to understand right now, in an almost forceful capacity. Smith really is cute. Hell yeah. I thought she was pretty, sure, when I first met her, but her skimpy outfit made it hard for me to look at her properly. Wasn't sure where to rest my eyes. Now that she's more covered, however, I feel like I can take her in properly without being blindsided by her tits. By her boobs. Okay, bro. How about the face? Oh, brother. Okay. damn. I'm starting to get flustered myself. Sherry's done such a good job dressing Elizabeth up, I'm afraid I really might fall for her. Hell yeah. You look pretty good, yeah. Do you really think so? Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't say it otherwise. You did a good job, She-Hurry. This outfit suits Elizabeth to a T, and it's demure enough that you won't draw too much attention. I hope not. It's a shame Elizabeth can't hide her horns in her tail, but you can always say they're fashion accessories if anybody asks. No doubt they will. Stopping a stranger in the street to query them about their appearance is pretty rude. So we all good with this outfit? I trust either of you have any objections? It comes a lot more skin than I'm used to, but Elizabeth plucks the fabric of her dress. It doesn't turn to him without shifting about her thighs. If Aggie says likes it, then I like it. I trust his judgment. For some reason I thought you might say that. Normally I would put much stock in Tykie's opinion, especially now when clothes are concerned, but I thought it might be relevant here. What makes you say that, huh? You don't know? Sherry's lip curls. Can you really not fathom, Tykie, why a woman might care? Know what you think of her appearance? I can't fathom much of anything right now. I've been sitting here for ages. I think my mind's turned to mush. It's not been ages. Don't be such a baby. It's been 1 hour of that. That's a whole hour of my life I'm never getting back while you two were looking at clothes. Clothes are very important. Don't underestimate them. They make the man, or woman in this case. You can't look at Elizabeth and tell me my efforts weren't worthwhile. This outfit's much nicer than the others I put together, don't you think? It's pretty nice, yeah. Well then, there you have it. I think I've done a good job if I do say so myself. I've never had to coordinate an outfit for a winged demon before, but it was quite the challenge. It's shameful that you can't wear hats on account of those horns. I think a beret would really set off this look. Sherry shakes her head. But never mind, I'm satisfied with this for now though, and it seems like the two of you are happy too. Oh yes, I don't know much about human clothes myself, but if Tykie's happy, then I'm happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. I'm more than willing to wear this. Oh good, you would rather defeat the purpose if you weren't. Now, you're going to cough up some cash, Tykie. These clothes aren't going to buy themselves. Oh, you don't want me to pay for all this, do you? Of course I do. Elizabeth is your guest. You're the one who summoned her, which makes her your responsibility. I'm not going to dig into my funds for her sake, especially now when I've been saving up for a new pair of shoes. What? I scowl. I can always pay for the whole thing, but couldn't we at least go half and half? I don't have all that much in the way of savings, you know. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you summoned a scantily clad demon girl. You didn't do it intentionally, it was an accident. As I'm not, you still need to take responsibility for it. Why don't you try acting like a man? Peer pressure. She's pulling that insult out again, is she? Chiharu knows no tact. Not to argue with Chiharu, but unfair though this seems, she does have a point. There's no reason for Chiharu to take a financial hit for Elizabeth's sake. Elizabeth isn't Chiharu's problem, she's mine. Yeah, but it was Chiharu's idea! If it's her idea, it should be her who pays for it. Won't be here without me, so I've got to step up to the plate. I need to act like a man. No, you really don't in this situation. I don't know if I like having my masculinity equated to my willingness to fork out large amounts of cash at the drop of a hat, but... To a right, you aren't fighting because of me, are you? No, it's fine. Force a smile is strained, but it's an honest attempt. Don't want to make Elizabeth feel bad. I don't mind paying for these pieces. I mean, how expensive could they be, really? Oh, shit. I'm trying to make light of this situation, despite the impending hit my poor wallet would take, but... I think 30,000 yen should do it. 30,000?! Damn, I knew women's clothes would be expensive, but that's daylight robbery. I can afford this, just, but how in the world does this fit? Are you sure that's right, Chiharu? Quite soon. I made sure to check the price tags while I was putting these outfits together. A few pieces I saw I liked even more than these, but they were too expensive. I was trying to keep things affordable, more or less. I know you're not particularly wealthy. Oh gee, thanks, I'm so grateful. I sigh. How does manufacturers get away with charging so much anyway? You buy clothes for like 2,000 yen at Jote? I don't know. You can, yeah, if you don't care about clothes falling apart immediately after you bought them. You can make good quality even if you don't. You know, when your precious Elizabeth wearing cheap, shiny satin that was meant to sweatshop, do you? No, I guess not. She's got me there. Right, fine, I can afford it. Just don't make a habit of this. I reach into my pocket and begrudgingly extract a few crumpled notes from my wallet. And those over to Chiharu, who accepts them with a smirk. Pleasure doing business with you. Yeah. I think Chiharu's enjoying this all a bit too much. She's really that excited about the prospect of my financial ruination. Women are so heartless. I agree, bro. But if their clothes are this expensive, despite no pockets, I think I can understand why. Being woman sure is hard. I had no idea Chihiro faced so many trials and tribulations for the sake of brand bags and skirts. Now I know how much money she's dropped on the contents of her wardrobe. I think I found a new begrudging kind of respect for her. My oldest younger sister is surprisingly hardcore. Surprisingly hardcore. All of my money gone. I slumped in my chair, utterly defeated. I feel so drained after the day's events. It feels like my soul has escaped from my body. I wonder, as I glance out the window, whether I'll see it drifting above me in the ether, all vague and incorporeal. I was already cleaned out back at the department store, but this really tastes the cake. And I do mean that literally. I've got to keep shutting up for Elizabeth. Who knew having my own personal demon would be so expensive? Sob, sob. Oh, stop your complaining. Chihiro shoots me a warning look while delivering to me a less than gentle nudge beneath the table. I take it like a man. I go with the man up remarks. I don't think I've done anything to call my manhood or lack thereof according to Chihiro into question. No way that's inherently manly to conduct oneself beyond stupid stereotypes which I've never really cared about. And besides, wouldn't anybody be upset after being strong-armed and spending so much money? I'm well within my rights to be upset. I don't think I'm behaving at all unreasonably, but look how happy Elizabeth is. You wouldn't want to upset her, would you? I glanced at Elizabeth, who's sitting opposite me at the circular table. Approaching Elizabeth's new outfit and being financially ruined in the process, the three of us went on a walk. Didn't have any particular destination in mind. I think Elizabeth just wanted to see the sights. I wasn't prepared to take her to the local park so she could take a look at all the flower beds and maybe the ducks, but Elizabeth had other ideas. She spotted the small cafe, home place, or wooden furnishings, which with cakes on display behind the glass counter, and she begged me to take her inside. I've never had human desserts before. I'm curious. Can I take a look, please, Taiki? Please, Chihiro? Please, please, pretty please. I was all set to refuse, like the mature adult I am. I know these kind of places are pretty overpriced now, but Chihiro vetoed me. Since it was 2 against 1, I was soon overruled. Now the three of us are sitting in the said cafe. Chihiro's nursing a latte and a vanilla and almond slice, while Elizabeth drools over a cup of cinnamon apple tea and a sizable slice of strawberry shortcake. The shortcake's made of fluffy yellow sponge, which has been piped with white icing, all neat and crisp. To the cake, meanwhile, I studied a few strawberries, bright red like precious gems. The shortcake looks delicious, even from a distance. It's picture perfect, like a photograph, not crumbly or smeary at all. Not big into sweets myself, but even I'm drooling to look at it. I didn't get any cake myself, alas, or any fancy drinks. I didn't want to spend much more money. I've spent a small fortune on Elizabeth already, but this cake looks so good. I just bought that. Damn, thank you for buying it for me, Taiki. You're a darling. Darling. Elizabeth's happiness is so effusive it's melting the ice that it cases my withered, loveless heart. I don't think Elizabeth means any ill. She's simply excited, that's all, by all these new experiences, and who can blame her? If I ever visited the demon realm, not that it seems like there's much chance that it'll ever happen, I'd better be too swept up by the atmosphere to pay all that much attention to trifling matters like money. For I know, the economy could be totally different in the demon realm. Elizabeth mightn't even grasp the concept of banknotes. I shouldn't be upset with her, and honestly I'm not. I am a bit peeved as to the perilous state of my finances, but I'm not going to blame Elizabeth for that. Maybe Chihiro was right for once, at least. I should stop complaining. No, he likes a killjoy. I don't know if I'm all that nice, but I'm glad you think so, I guess. I do think so, yes, you're just as sweet as this cake. Really now. I smile. I don't see how you can make a judgment like that when you haven't tried the cake yet. Don't you want to take a bite of it? Oh, yes, I was going to eat it, of course I was. It looks so lovely, ruining it would make me feel guilty. I'd like to preserve it the way it is, but then I wouldn't be able to try it, and that would be a waste. If you want to preserve it, you can always take a photo. A photo? It's easy, look. Sherry takes a phone out of her pocket. It is, of course, a sleek model. Positions it above Elizabeth's slice of strawberry shortcake. Elizabeth watches, awestruck, as Chihiro fiddles with the settings of her phone for a while before click. She takes a photo. There. Chihiro holds up her phone for Elizabeth's inspection. What do you think? You satisfied? Oh, wow, that's incredible, Chihiro. How'd you do that? Was it some kind of spell? You're not a magus yourself, are you? No, I'm not. I'm perfectly ordinary as far as I know. How could you perform such a complex ritual? It's beyond my comprehension. I just use my phone. They all have cameras nowadays. It's pretty normal. So all humans can perform feats such as this. I had no idea. Your realm was more fantastical than I imagined. Says the demon girl. Don't they have cameras where you're from? No, they don't. I didn't know it was possible to capture an item indefinitely within one moment of time. Seems like very high-level magic indeed. It's not magic, like Chiharu said, it's just technology. Technology? Yeah, science-related, I guess. It's kind of tricky to explain, though. If you don't know the underlying theories, I can see that it would seem pretty incredible. I had no idea that the demon realm was so far behind ours when it comes to technological advancements. I guess it tracks though, given demons can, as far as I gather, use magic. Our societies were developed pretty differently because of this. It is pretty funny though, seeing Elizabeth so confounded by the simplest of things. She's so easy to impress. You'd think she came from the Meiji era. Well, enough about all that. Do you want to try your cake now? Oh yes, let me dig in. That is an adorable character background. Elizabeth picks up a fork and slides its tines through the spongy body of a cake. I didn't even know that's what the ends of a fork are called. The sponge depresses beneath the weight of the fork, then shears away. What do you mean? She just got a strawberry. A small bite-sized piece now resting upon her fork. Elizabeth surveys this broken off piece of cake for a moment. A smile playing about her lips before. Thank you for tofu! Elizabeth pops the piece of cake in her mouth, then chews it. She swallows, her throat convulses, and then the throat convulses! Brother, what is all this, like, the description here, bro? Oh, this really is good. It's just delicious. Looks no more. I've never tasted anything this yummy in all my life. I feel truly blessed. Thank you so much, Taiki, for buying me this cake. I'll never forget your kindness not in all my days. I think you're taking this a bit too far. It's not like there's anything to be that grateful for. Really, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Seeing Elizabeth smile like this almost makes the eye-watering cost of that cake worthwhile. Guess some things in life really are priceless. Not going to say anything that corny out loud. That would be way too embarrassing. The three of us wind up wandering around the town far longer than I expected, largely thanks to Elizabeth's enthusiasm over, well, everything really. By the time we finally get back onto the bus, it's already 7:30. 10... It's been 9 hours. It's actually the last bus was stopped at my grandparents' village, so it's pretty fortunate we were able to catch it. No thanks to Elizabeth, who wanted to explore even longer. Elizabeth was pretty bummed out at the prospect of going back, which isn't something I can fault her for. My grandparents' village might be scenic, but it doesn't have a lot going for it. It's pretty dead, especially in the evening when the sun's beginning to set. Then the only sounds you can hear are the cicadas. Can't hear much in the way of insects, admittedly, on the bus, but I'm sure they're out there somewhere, hidden away in the undergrowth. The sun's beginning to set, the horizon, which you can see beyond the window, past the fields of sunflowers, is orange and yellow. It's very pretty, but again, pretty as all this area has to offer. The fields are so wide and flat and empty, it's a little depressing. At least today went well, glad about that, but... That's what you look like. You look like every single main anime protagonist ever made, bro. Oh, I can... Oh, the camera moves when I move my mouse. Does it? No, that's just animation. She's asleep. While I was musing on the day's events, Elizabeth decided to doze off. She had no shortage of energy while we were walking through the town, but she must have exhausted all of that since stepping onto the bus. I guess her metaphorical batteries have run out, or maybe her equally metaphorical circuits have shorted, because she slumped against me, her cheek resting against my shoulder. Elizabeth sighed shut, her lashes matted together, and her lips are pursed. Pursed. Soft sighs escape her lips while her body shifts to and fro from the bus's irregular motions. Surprised she can sleep, given how potted the roads around here are. The bus lurches through one such spot as I ponder this, as if to prove me right, and Elizabeth's body jerks, but she still doesn't wake up. But is out for the count. Wonder what she's dreaming about. Elizabeth might have chowed down on my nighttime musings, but I have no means of knowing what's going on inside her head. Not, I suppose, that I have any right to ask. I might have summoned her, but we're not best friends, regardless of how clingy she is. I'd hesitate to even call us acquaintances. Sure, Elizabeth is pretty cute, and I did have a good time with her. But we're still strangers. It's way too soon, surely, for me to form any manner of attachment to her. I'd probably nudge her off my shoulder. I have the right to do so. It's not like I'm a pillow, damn it. That's what I tell myself at least, but... I feel Elizabeth's breath against my neck when she exhales. This woman's soft, just like the rest of it. Oh my god, bro! What? Why? Why? Just why? Like... Oh my... And now we're back to talking about it. Time for some monotone. Her sizable chest might be contained in the new fashionable outfit Chihiro picked out for her, but it's still smushed against my arm. Smushed? If Elizabeth were awake, maybe I'd find her close proximity arousing. As it is, however, I don't feel particularly turned on. Instead, it's kind of relaxing. It's nice, actually. Have Elizabeth pressed against Sorry, I can't do it. It feels like she's depending on me. I guess she trusts me. Not that there's anything to write home about. Elizabeth's the sort of girl who trusts almost anybody. She's innocent to a fault, like a little kid. No, I shouldn't read too much into this, but... Nah, what the heck. If she's tired, I guess I can let her catch fusies on my shoulder. What does it matter? It's not that she's causing me any great inconvenience. I can put up with it. There are worse things in the world than having a pretty demon girl use you as a pillow. Such as my dear younger sister, who's only just taken note of mine Elizabeth's compromising-ish position. Well, aren't you two cozy? Cozy as we can be, I guess, on this old tin can. Why? Are you trying to insinuate something? Oh no, I just think it's interesting at all that you would let Elizabeth get so close to you. I don't peg you for the touchy-feely sort. I'm not the touchy-feely sort. She's the one who fell asleep on my shoulder. No much of a choice in the matter. I suppose you have a point. It would be rude after all to push her away, but... You're kind of self-lucky we're the only people on this bus, Taiki. Most people don't like it when young couples get too affectionate in public. It's a bit shameless. How is there anything shameless about this? She's just lying there. She is, yes, but I think you might be protesting a bit too much. Are you sure you're not enjoying this? No, I'm not. This is just... It's just... held Chihiro's gaze steady for a few moments, 3 seconds, but soon her knowing expression becomes unbearable. Face flushes, despite my best efforts. Elizabeth's breath holding us my neck doesn't help matters. And I glance away awkwardly. Don't read into it too much. It's not like I really care about this. Right then, whatever you say, I won't press the issue, although you're awful at telling lies. Well, I'll be. Are you really? At least you look so nice in your new outfit. I almost didn't recognize you. What, really? I don't look that different, do I? No, you still have wings and horns and a tail. I've only just got back home after our lengthy bus journey through the sunny countryside roads. The last vestiges of sea sunlight have now sunk beneath the horizon. It's pitch black outside. A little after 20:30, and my grandma is busy carrying plates and bowls from the kitchen to the dining room alongside myself and Chihiro. 8:30 in the evening. Well, I volunteered to help, but have since got distracted owing to my grandpa's praises. My new clothes are very different to my old ones, but my fashion had changed. I don't look like I used to, unless these clothes are imbued with some manner of magic. Elizabeth looks down at herself, her fingers curling about the fabric of her skirt before she lifts her head to meet my eyes. Hey Taiki, I'm still me, aren't I? Don't I look like Elizabeth? Yes, you're still you. You're still the horns and the wings and the tail too. Can't think of anybody else who looks like that. Horned people aren't all that common. Oh yes, I suppose you're right. She forgot about that? But dummy. Still give me a start. I'm not used to dressing like this, so it feels a bit strange. I did double take myself when I saw my reflection in the mirror earlier. I can have a really change up your style. You can't unrecognizable though. So don't worry, Grandpa was only teasing you. Well, I never. Grandpa chortles amusedly. I wasn't teasing Chihiro, who she could think. I was only trying to offer, I guess, a compliment. She calls me fans. I know, but Elizabeth takes things literally. She chooses her words more carefully in the future. You don't wish to start though. Yes, I can see that now. Demons have trouble with turns of phrase. Names are much the same back in the day. Do I still look like myself, Miss Tassigala? That you do. You're every bit Lisa from head to toe. But now you look even prettier. Yes, you're very pretty. Your dress is very nice, Ellie. You look just like a princess. You look like a princess. Grandma shovels into the dining room, holding a large bowl of salad, which Chihiro hastens to take from her. That's free. Grandma adjusts her glasses. She turns her attention to Elizabeth, who's become a star of the evening show, and gasps. Oh, Lisa. There is right. You do look like a princess. That dress suits you so well. It might as well have been made for you. She's another ghost. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. It's no problem, dear. I know precious little about modern fashion, but I say it. I think you look very trendy. Oh, please. Cheryl rolls her eyes. I know you mean well, Gran, but nobody sees trendy anymore. That's so old-fashioned. It is. It is. She's right. What does trendy mean? Oh, well, I suppose the times are always changing. We always hit trendy back in my day, but I see that's fallen out of favour. What about hip, then? Is that something you youngsters use? Depends on what era said youngsters were born in. I guess it'd be fine if we lived in the 70s. Well, I'm hopelessly behind the times, but even I can appreciate your nice view dress. Your nice new dress, Lisa. Won't you give us a twirl? Yes, give us a twirl. I'm going to show you as a pervy grandpa. What is this, the Paris Fashion Week? Cheryl raises an eyebrow at this, but I don't think she's actually annoyed. If anything, I'd rather think she's enjoying all the positive attention her fashionable sensibilities are receiving. Elizabeth might be at the centre of attention. She insists she's the one who's all dressed up, but She-Ho was the one who picked it out, and painstakingly at that. But yes, I said She-Ho must be feeling vindicated. It was a nice feeling, having your hard work pay off, and when it comes to fashion, She-Ho really does give it her all. Oh well, I'm rather proud of how this outfit turned out, so we might as well examine it. Pretty clothes do exist to be looked at. Yes, indeed. You did an excellent job, She-Ho. You're such a fashionista. Lisa was always cute, but you've turned her into a real star. Pervy grandpa. Now look at this way, dear. Why don't we take a photo? A photo? Oh, why not? We can give it to Cadenza when she comes to collect you. I'm sure she'd love to see how you've been settling in. Now, where did I put my blasted phone? You can use mine if you want. To take a photo, you hold this button here. Oh, yes, I see. Thank you, She-Ho. You're very helpful. I know I am. I'm regular goody two-shoes. Such an obvious lie, I can't help but snort. She was so self-interested, she didn't lift so much as a finger in my search for Nene yesterday. Some philanthropist she is. Speaking of Nene, she's the only member of my family who doesn't look particularly impressed by Elizabeth's transformation. My grandparents are cooing over Elizabeth's new outfit to the detriment of our dinner, which started to get cold, but Nene hasn't said very much but since Elizabeth got back. She's been, and is being, very quiet, unusually so. Wonder if she's alright. Hey Nene, something the matter? Nene turned her nose up in the air, huffily. Yeah. Now what's that supposed to mean? Can't understand you if you don't speak to me, you know. Something bothering you or not. You're looking like somebody's just peed in your miso soup. Nene's brow wrinkles. At least they're gonna rise out of her, though nothing else did. How very glib. Must now be so crass, older brother of mine. Don't have to be crass, no, but it got you talking. Now you're gonna tell me what's up. It's clearly got some kind of bee in your bonnet. Now that Nene's wearing a bonnet today. She does sometimes when she's wearing a frilly Rococo-influenced outfits, which didn't bring any of her more ostentatious dresses with her to her grandparents'. Maybe she didn't want to risk getting them dirty. But from Nene, this was an unexpectedly clever call, because even she's getting more mature. Yours know what my problem is, dear brother. Dost thou not think there is something wrong with this picture? With Elizabeth having fun, you mean? No, not with her having fun. Not generally, at least. I don't have any problem with that. What do you take issue with, then? I would like to see her having fun in such boring, ordinary manner. She's a demon, so she ought to at least dress like it, and she did until you let Chi get her hands on her. Now she looks just like any other fashionable young woman. Now she looks just like another Chi. Thou hast brought a genuine demon down to the level of us ordinary humans, and thou hast made her revel in her own desecration. This dark one is very, very upset indeed. How thou couldst have agreed to such a vile act, big brother, is beyond me. Thou hast no aesthetic appreciation whatsoever. Well, I guess that tracks. Sure, no, Nene would be upset over some silly reason like that. If I mine to tell Nene it's because I have too much aesthetic appreciation, then I couldn't. In good faith, let Elizabeth wander around in glorified lingerie, but I decided to keep that pearl of wisdom to myself. I don't want Nene knowing too much about my tastes, basic though they are. One guy doesn't like big tits. This might be this might be nothing more than folly on my part. Nene already knows what I'm into. She's already seen all the magazines. I'm a bit perturbed by my little sister's antisocial behaviour, but look this way, Lisa. Turn your head like this. Yeah. Maybe you can hold the skirt up a bit. That would make it drape nicely for the photos. Oh, good shut. That does look good. She's so darling, isn't she? She's just like a little doll. Is this pose alright? It's perfect. I'm going to take a lot of photos now. Smile. Perfect, Grandpa. But of course, you don't need to tell me that. How can I not smile when you've all been so very nice to me? You really are the best. Woohoo. Oh well, Nene might be sulking, but I can worry about that later. I'm just glad that Elizabeth seems to be having so much fun. She really is adorable. Hey. True. Dinner is a relaxing affair, conducted in the dining room with the rest of my family. My grandpa and grandma shower Elizabeth with compliments throughout the meal, which makes her cheeks so picture which resembles a broiled shrimp. Elizabeth gets so flustered, in fact, she misses her mouth several times with the chopsticks and scatters grains of rice all over the tabletop, but not, to my relief, over her lap. It'd be a shame if she got her brand new dress dirty after less than a day. Nene, however, maintains her sullen and sulky attitude throughout the meal. She doesn't talk at all at the table, a rarity for her, but she leaves the table as soon as she's finished eating, without so much as a thank you for the food. As your older brother, I feel like it's my duty to hammer some manners into that thick skull of hers. Being so caught up carrying the dirty plates back into the kitchen, then doing the washing up, I'm not afforded a chance. The evening passes slowly, and Reza begins to flag around 10 o'clock. I take Reza to the bathroom, like any dutiful big brother should, and help him wash his face and brush his teeth. Then I escort him back to our shared bedroom. I'm about to help him change into his pajamas when Reza speaks up. Hey, big bro. Yes, is something the matter? No, nothing's wrong. I was just wondering, did you and Sissy have fun with Ellie today? So that's what he wants to know? Should be an easy enough question to answer. It only requires a simple yes or no. But now that I've been put on the spot like this, I'm not certain. Did I have fun? Today's events weren't boring, at least. Though waiting for the bus is a feature highly on my favourite things to do list. I don't know if being not boring is enough to make the experience genuinely fun. Elizabeth wasn't bad company, but it was alright, I guess. That's all. I can think of better things to do than being hauled around department stores while she harukus over clothes. You know what she's like. It was pretty exhausting, actually. I was rushed on my feet when I wasn't hanging around for ages waiting. I don't know if you would have liked it very much. Maybe not. But I think Ellie really enjoyed herself. She was smiling a bunch at dinner. She looked all shiny. Shiny, huh? Pretty good way to describe her. She says she's a demon, but she doesn't act like one. I think she's a very nice person. I don't know if she would want her, but I think it would be alright if I could spend more time with her. I want to be her friend. Only if she wouldn't mind. I don't want to force her. You would be forcing her. Elizabeth's nice, like you said. I think she'd be thrilled to make more friends, particularly with a cute little kid like you. Hey, I'm not a little kid. I'm almost 7 years old. Yes, my mistake. I'm sorry, I forgot. You're practically an adult now, aren't you? Soon you'll be raking in money and picking up pretty girls now, and no choice but to bow and scrape at your feet like a lonely serf. I smile at Reza fondly while ruffling the top of his head. His hair's already pretty messy, and my administration's only messed up further. Not that it matters, I guess, given Reza's about to go to sleep. If Reza were Chihiro, he'd freak of being manhandled like this. So Reza isn't Chihiro, thank God. I have a bit of leeway to poke fun at him, not that he wholly appreciates it. Don't be silly, I don't want you to bow to me. We're brothers, I just want you to be nice to me. I am being nice to you, aren't I? No, you're teasing me. Yeah, well, that's just how I show my affection, I guess. Can't show it another way. Sorry, but no, this is who I am. You just have to like it or lump it, you little squirt. You little squirt. I give Reza's head another ruffle, then give the tip of his nose a prod for good measure. Reza goes momentarily cross-eyed and does attempt to follow my fingertip, which makes me snort. You really are a little kid. But to you, yeah, but I'll get older, but you wait and see. And then you'll get a fancy job and you'll rake in the cash and the pretty girls will shortly follow. No, I don't care about the girls, even if they are pretty. They all have cooties. Cooties, huh? Now that takes me back. I think I used to talk like that when I was in elementary school too. That was before my hormones started to kick in and I began to pay attention to the way my female classmates' bra straps were visible through their white strip glasses. Bro! What the f... He really is just a flat-out perv. I was around 12 when I began to use the internet for purposes vastly more nefarious than my previous trolls for cool unsolved facts. 13 when I looked at my first erotic magazine, and 14 when I saw my first adult video. Bro, why are you explaining this to me? This is unnecessary. FYI, no, TMI, too much information. Time really does fly. Don't believe now, but I used to be so innocent once, just like Reza. Kind of envious of how pure he is. Think that now, but I'm sure you'll change your tune in due course, little guy. If you ever need to talk things through, you can always rely on me. I might give you good advice from time to time as you're seeing the steps of adulthood. When his dial thinks back a notch, you might think girls have cuties now, but she seemed pretty interested in Elizabeth. What makes her so special, huh? I know why I think Elizabeth's special. There are a couple reasons, actually. But I know what my little brother makes of her. I'm curious. Well, it's not that she's so special, really. I just think she's nice. I want to talk to her more, and I don't like being left out. It's lonely. I want to spend more time with Sissy and Ellie. With you too, big bro. Big bro. Ah, jeez. That emotional appeal went straight to my heart. Forget Elizabeth for a second. My little brother is a really adorable one. Reza can be pretty clingy, actually, for all he rolls his eyes at me. Not that I've ever taken any issue with that, the clinginess or the eye rolling. I get it. I've always regarded Reza as my little brother since he started living with us, but he isn't technically. Reza's actually my aunt's only kid, which makes him my first cousin. We share the same blood, sure, but not to the degree that I do with Chiharu and Nene, who are my real siblings. My aunt and her hubby had settled in Tokyo, but they moved to Europe a couple of years back for work. My aunt didn't want to bring Reza with her, she was worried about unsettling him. Plus, her and her hubby already worked pretty long hours, so my mother offered to look after him. My parents haven't adopted Reza, but they're acting as his legal guardians while his parents are living overseas. Reza's been living with us for 2 years now, and though we've done all we can to make him feel welcome, I sometimes worry there's still a bit of distance there. This doesn't help that Reza looks so different from the rest of us, has Ogawa's, that one with his dark complexion, courtesy of his dad. Reza doesn't really look like he belongs in our family. Sometimes I get the sense that he doesn't feel like he belongs either. I'm pretty staunch about calling him my little bros and my sisters, but I do wonder whether that's enough. I don't want Reza to feel like he's unwelcome. He is happy enough for the most part, but he sometimes gets despondent. His brow furrows and his head droops, just like an oversized flower. I've comforted him on more than one occasion, late at night when he couldn't sleep, and he crept into my bedroom. I'm a damn hand at this point, and brushing away his tears and ruffling his hair and reassuring him that, yes, I'm sure his parents do love him, and yes, they'll come back eventually. But however, he's there and we'll look after him, and everything will be fine. It'll all be fine. I'd like to think it'll be fine, at least. Reza's a sweet kid. He doesn't deserve to feel bad. My kind words must have come through to him over the last couple of years, because he's less prone to crying than he was, but he could still get gloomy. Guess it's a nice one of those nights. I've been feeling down, kiddo? Little, yeah. I know you and Sissy had stuff to do, but I don't want to hang around here on my own. It's boring. How are you bored? You were here with Nene all day. I didn't think it was possible to be bored with her around. She was in a bad mood. She didn't want to play with me. She spent most of the day on her phone. Ah, I see. Was playing that stupid gacha game again. I don't know, maybe? I didn't see much of it, but Sissy was getting all worked up. She was complaining about bad RNG and then Volpairs, and then she started screaming about dupe SSRs. Yeah, that tracks. Nene's been big into this gacha game for the last few months. She was playing it when she isn't LARPing as big a disciple of the great demon lord, LARPing. She plays it so much my parents have scolded her for farming mats and rolling for new units at the dinner table, whatever that means. I don't know much about the game myself, and neither do I want to. It seems like a total time sink, and a money sink too. I think Nene spent most of her birthday money on that game, rolling for some super rare characters she wanted, and she didn't get them. She was pissed for the rest of the day. Don't get why she keeps sticking with that game when it only ever seems to make her miserable, but I guess humans aren't always sensible. We often do things that make us unhappy. I, for instance, agreed to go on today's shopping trip with Chiharu and Elizabeth, despite knowing it would be a massively tedious production. I wound up spending more money than I'd anticipated too, though I didn't blow it on not getting a P&G of an over-designed anime girl. I guess I could take some sense of pride in that. I guess that explains why Nene spent in such a bad mood all evening then. She was in a bad mood all day. That's what gacha games do to you. It advises you to keep away from all that. It's just gambling. Too young to develop a criminal fixation of big-eyed waifus. Don't worry, I don't like any of the real girls in my school, so why would I like make-believe ones? I mean, they have cooties too. That's the spirit. Keep up that distasteful attitude and you'll never fall prey to the wiles of any wicked woman, 3D or otherwise. I wouldn't. I'm too sensible. I'll hold you to that. That was for being Elizabeth's friend. Do you think I could? I'll see why not. She's pretty nice, so I doubt she'll have anything against you. Why would she? But you're such a sweetheart. Am I really? Uh-huh. The best little brother I've ever had, at least. I'm your only little brother. And that makes you the reigning champ by default. Don't know if that's much of a compliment. I meant it as one. You're way nicer than Chiharu, at least. Elizabeth seems to like her plenty. What reason would she have to take against you? Bet she'll be chomping at the bit to spend more time with you. Need to engineer some kind of outing, so we can all enjoy one another's company. I pondered for a few moments, one hand beneath my chin, before inspiration hits. Oh, I know. Why don't we go on a picnic tomorrow? A picnic? Sure, why not? We're out in the countryside, so we might as well make the most of it. We're by the river and the woods. It's not too far away, and it is very scenic. I think Elizabeth would like the chance to look around. I have no doubt she'll like the food. The way she wolfed her strawberry shortcake down earlier was any indication. I can wake up early tomorrow morning, and I can make us a bunch of different dishes. Grandma's fridge is always full, so I bet I can cobble something together. Thinking sandwiches. There must have a picnic, and maybe I can do some rolled egg omelets and ginger chicken. Think that'd be enough food? Sounds good, but what about dessert? I should have figured. It's been the only person on this roof with an incurable sweet tooth. Reza's big into sweets too. I think he'd live on chocolate if he could. He's also pretty fond of anything with coconut, which seems kind of an acquired taste for a little kid, but, well, we all have our own likes and dislikes. Nana has a predatory gacha games, and Riza has coconut cake. I know which of the two I think is more healthy. I hate coconut. I'm sure I can whip something up. Cookies would probably be a safe bet. I can let them bake while I'm whipping everything else. Is that good to you, Your Majesty? That's great, thank you, big bro. I mentioned it's not a huge deal. Hard to go out of my way. If I was, I wouldn't mind. Are you sure? I'm positive. That's what family's all about. Most look after you, and that's just what I need to do, no matter what. I promise. Hell yeah, bro. I finished putting Riz to bed, then head back to the living room where the rest of my family, sans Nene, who's gone back to her room and a half and watching TV. I told my grandparents about my picnicking plans, and they gave me the okay. Chihiro seems a little less enthused about the idea, but Elizabeth is so obviously excited, Chihiro eventually caves in. Oh, alright, if you want to do it that much, Elizabeth, I suppose we can. Just don't complain to me if you wind up covered in big bites. Might be a demon for mosquitoes, and all that choosy. Your blood will be just as good as anybody else's. Once tomorrow's plan sorted, I passed the next hour outside in the living room. We watched some sappy romance drama that Chihiro likes. Not that into these sorts of shows, I think they're a bit too melodramatic. I don't care enough to change the channel, especially not when Elizabeth seems so into it. She stares at the screen, enraptured, her gasps at every single plot element. It's a small surprise when we hit the first ad break that she has sighed herself into a swoon. Her reactions are so exaggerated, I'd be tempted to think she was putting them on if I didn't know how sincere she is. Elizabeth really does seem to be having the time of her life. I have more fun watching her than the show, if I'm being honest. But the show eventually ends, and when it does, I decide to hit bed. So good night to my grandparents, stupid give my grandma a kiss on the cheek. At bed, a similar goodbye to both Chihiro and Elizabeth. I don't, of course, kiss them. I think Chihiro would break my fingers if I got that up close and personal with her. I don't know Elizabeth well enough for it. Besides, it's not that I particularly want to kiss her or anything. Sure, she's very soft and she's very sweet, but I don't think that's been much for my heart to handle. I have a quick bath in my grandparents' old skeleton tub, towel myself dry, and brush my teeth. Then, after changing into my night clothes, I pad back to my bedroom. Razor is still there, tucked up in his futon when I last left him. There's a button edge to put him to bed, and his eyelids are tightly shut. Tightly shut! Tightly shut. Soft sounds built from his lips and slumber, faint and indistinct with mingled with the humming of the insects outdoors. I smile at my little brother, who looks so peaceful, then lie down beside him. I feel weary after the day's events, and this night, unlike the last, I find it much easier to fall asleep. I'm out like a light within minutes, but before my consciousness can fully escape me, an image flickers across the forefront of my mind. I can't help but think about Elizabeth. Yeah, not now. Razor 3. On day 3, Razor's in danger. Lisa saves the day. Or Eliza. Eliza saves the day. Elisa saves the day, yay. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll keep going until I have to finish up. I wake up early the next morning with the rising of the sun. Reza is still fast asleep, and regular snuffles escaping his parted lips. I watch my little brother for a few moments, smiling at his sleepy innocence. Then, filled with newfound energy, I get to my feet. I have a load of food to prepare, and it's not going to make itself. I freshen up in the bathroom, get changed, and head to the kitchen, taking care not to make too much noise. Don't think anybody else is awake yet, like my grandparents. Fortunately, the tatami match muffled the sounds of my footsteps as I slipped through the house. I want to make a decent start on our lunch before my grandmother's up and about. She wanting to use the kitchen to make breakfast. I don't want to get in her way. First, I guess I'd better wash the rice and stick it in the cooker, so it can boil while I'm busy cooking some fried chicken. I'm still stuck on making sandwiches. They're simple enough, but rice balls might be good too. They're also fairly simple, and a cursory scan of the kitchen shows me there's more than enough ingredients to fill them up. I think we make tuna mayonnaise rice balls. Who doesn't like tuna mayo? Maybe pickle plum. That's a bit of an acquired taste, but Nene's a big fan. Chihiro doesn't like sour foods all that much, but she should be fine with the tuna. As for the sandwiches, I guess I could do egg salad. I don't want to make anything too fancy. I'll be making a ginger chicken too, and rolled egg omelets, neither of which are particularly time-consuming, but they'll both require the stove. This is really the space, and all the time to do much more in the way of frying. First, however, I should start those cookies Razor wanted. Whipping up the batter shouldn't take too long. It's a 10-minute job with that, but they'll take at least 20 minutes in the oven to crisp up. I should finish the batter first, then I can start with the frying.
I helped myself some work, some cheery track by that popular idol group, Polite Princess. I'm not big into Polite Princess, or idols in general for that matter, but one of my friends at university, his name's Shoji, he's a fan. He got me into them. Well, I say Shoji's a fan of Pale Princess, but I might be giving him a bit too much credit. I don't think he's a fan of the group per se, or of their music. He's into them for their leader, Ida, and uses words, her incredibly thick thighs. Oh boy. I scold Shoji for being shallow, but that'd be pretty hypocritical of me. It's not like it's not like I'm any better. Alright, the batter for the cookies is finished, so I should be able to dollop the mixture onto the baking tray and slide it into the oven. After that, I can start on the other, more finicky elements of the meal. This should be a cinch. Phew, that's one thing taken care of at least. Now where are the pans? I root about in the cupboards for a couple of minutes. I've cooked in my grandparents' kitchen before, but I'm not as familiar with it as my own. Before I retrieve 2 hefty frying pans. The pans unearthed, I see them both in the stove, wipe them with oil, then crank up the gas. Can't afford to waste a single second. Time's ticking, the rice should be done soon, and so should the cookies. Before that happens, I need to get the omelets done and the chicken cooked through so I can make a start on sandwiches, not to mention the salad. I've given myself a lot of work to do, but I don't feel overwhelmed. I'm used to the controlled chaos of the kitchen. I've been helping my mother for so many years, and besides, none of my dishes are all that complicated. It's middle school level, really. If even a kid could pull this off. Well, no, maybe not. I still think of Nene as a kid, though I know she'd say otherwise, but I wouldn't trust her anywhere near the kitchen, especially not when I'm trying to cook. Nene can't cook with a damn, and she always forgets to do her homework, but she's a stickler when it comes to logging into her silly gacha games every day. Her priorities are all messed up. Will she ever be able to become a productive member of society? She's got a few years to pull herself together, but I still worry about her. Oh, and also the rice is done. That's pretty good timing, since I've just got finished with the rolled egg omelets. I think the chicken will need a bit more time, but it's crisping up nicely. I can make a start on the rice balls while the chicken's frying, but then I guess I'll work on the sandwiches. But the process of flattening the egg omelets off the stove, so they're cool when... Hey Taiki, guess who? Ah! Darkness descends. I can feel pressure against my head, another similar pressure against my back. Two somethings, to be more precise. I'm pressed all up and close and personal against the curve of my spine. Naturally, I know who my assailant is in an instant. Elizabeth? Yes, that's right, it's me. How did you know? Because her tits are huge and they're all squashed against me. Oh my god, bro, calm the fuck down, dude. It's something I could say, but I'd say that'd probably be inappropriate. Not that Elizabeth seemed to care about propriety. She was still pushed against my back, and her hands were from my eyes. Did she really think she was going to treat me like that? It didn't work the first time, wasn't going to work the second. Let's say it was a lucky guess. Now are you going to put your hands down? Can't see, which is very important, you know, when you're cooking. Don't want the chicken to burn. Oh, yes, you're right. I'm sorry, Taki. Elizabeth steps back, and I, after inspecting the chicken to ensure it's alright, glance up out to meet her gaze. This is wearing the same oversized shirt she wore during our shopping trip yesterday with Chiharu, the baggy shapeless article of clothing she borrowed from my grandpa. Elizabeth's legs, meanwhile, are exposed, and her bare toes are curling against the floor. Brother, what? She's showing off an awful lot of skin there. It's a bit distracting. Be still, my beating heart. Oh, Taiki, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. What are you doing down here? It's still pretty early. I think you'd be asleep. I was asleep, but I got thirsty. I came down for something to drink. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Do you want to get yourself a glass? They're in this cupboard here. Oh right, thank you, Taiki. Elizabeth takes a glass from the cupboard indicated, then pours herself a glass of water from the tap. I think this will be the end of our little today. What the fuck? No, not that. I need to look up this too. It's Hindi pronunciation. Is that it? Oh no, it's French. Is it this?
Tete-a-tete. 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 Tete-a-tete.
Maybe I need to like put it in my headset.
Tete-a-tete.
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 Tete-a-tete. What the fuck?
Tate-a-tate.
Tate-a-tate? Teeter-tate? Something? I didn't even realise this game had music. I couldn't hear it.
This will be the end of our little tete-a-tate. Suddenly since Clark, so Elizabeth can stand to go back upstairs and get some more shut-eye, but she doesn't move. She sips in her lukewarm water, then peers over my shoulder at the ginger chicken. Hey, Tiggy? Yes, what is it? What are you cooking? Is this for breakfast? No, it's not. Gran's in charge of that. Don't know if she'd like it if I took over her job, though I did offer. She is pretty protective about that kind of thing. Then what's this food for? You're making a lot. It all smells really good. Would you let me try some? Sure I will, but not. Oh, then I'll help myself. Right now, you're supposed to save something for the picnic. I sigh as Elizabeth brings up a piece of freshly fried ginger chicken straight from the pan and pops it to her mouth. Her eyes widen as the chicken has their tongue, and with a wink she claps her hand to her mouth. Oh, that's really hot! Well, duh, the chicken's still on the stove. I haven't finished cooking it just yet, though it's always there, I guess. You count yourself lucky it's not raw in the middle. I wouldn't want to give you the food poisoning. Oh no, it tastes very good, really. It isn't raw at all. Just a bit too hot, is all. Cool down for the picnic. You need to wait a few hours before you can dig it. The picnic? I told you about it yesterday, remember? We were going to take a walk in the woods around lunchtime. You, me, Chiharu, Nene, and Reza. Thought we could sit by the river to eat. You seemed pretty excited about it yesterday. Oh, right, I remember now. I was tired last night, so it must have slipped my mind. I'm so busy in the human realm, I thought, though I only just got here, every day has been so much fun. You've only been here one full day so far. Yes, that was very rewarding. Going into town was fascinating. Didn't know the human realm had so many huge buildings. Don't bet the fucking cookies. Well, you best prepare yourself to be disappointed. Won't be seeing any buildings, huge or otherwise, in the forest. This one stopped by the shrine. Not that impressive, though. Nothing of this village is. As a kid, I thought this place was dire. Now I'm older and I'm better at distracting myself. Guess I have my phone to thank for that. Still less so, I still prefer Tokyo. I can't imagine many tourists would want to while away their stay in Japan in a backwater village like this, but Elizabeth seems excited enough at the prospect. Guess she's just easy to please. I'll be the judge of that, Taiki. I can decide what I like and what I don't like. I think I like this village very much.
I like the music. You say that, but yesterday you all but begged to keep wandering around the town. We almost missed our bus because of your antics.
Yes, well, I was excited because it was very new to me, but this village is new to me too. I've not been in the forest before. I want to see what it's like. I'm curious about the shrine you mentioned too. And most importantly, I want to eat your food. The ginger chicken was very good, even if it was a bit hot. I want to try these funny yellow things too. The post the pan of cooling egg omelette, which I still need to cut into bite-sized pieces. And all this pink mush. The post the bowl of tuna mayonnaise. Oh, so intriguing. You can try the omelette later, but you won't be eating that pink mush and so. They're supposed to be a filling for our rice balls. Rice balls? Yeah, you get some boiled rice, then you put fillings inside it and shape it. You'll taste it there with some salt and wrap it up with seaweed. They taste pretty good and they're easy to put together. So easy, I mean even you can imagine it. I couldn't. Fuck. Do you want me to do you want to give me a helping hand? You don't have to if you're not interested, but oh, I'd love to. It's fun. It isn't. It's just grunt work. You don't act that excited. But I am excited. I've been cooked before, not in human kitchen. It's a very cozy feeling. But having to trust me enough to let me aid you, I suppose I must have made a good impression thus far, huh? About yourself, I guess. Could be more helpful in the kitchen than Nene, at the very least. Though that's not saying much. She's only good at eating food, not preparing it. The last time I let her help me, she sliced her hand open on the vegetable peeler and bled all over the kitchen counter. That sounds scary. Ew. Sorry. It was, kind of. There was so much blood I thought I might have to call an ambulance. And Nene's cries about her dark magic being siphoned away by the infernal light didn't help. Oh, God. I guess it's impressive that Nene is so committed to her character and doesn't break even when she's bleeding. It did make it hard to pinpoint how much pain she was actually in, though, and how deep her wound was. Well, since she could get around, it reassured me that some of that her injury wasn't all that serious. That was a while ago, though. Nene isn't here right now, and you'll just be making rice balls. I don't need to use any silverware. I try and make one when the rice is done, and you can copy me. How does that sound? Sounds wonderful. Thank you for being so patient with me, master. I'll be under your lonely pupil. Oh, God. I'm glad you're enthused, but you don't have to call me master. As much as I like Elizabeth, that kind of interaction really is too intimate. Am I too inexperienced for all of this? Really, no. With the food for the picnic prepared with a little help from Elizabeth and breakfast consumed, I set off into the forest a little bit before midday. Chiharu, Nene, Reza, and Elizabeth in tow. It's a warmer, muggy sort of day, just like the day before it, and the sunlight that's beating down on the top of my head is almost uncomfortable. It's a day to prepare enough food for 5. The hamper is full to bursting. It's pretty heavy with my shoulder straps beneath it. It'd be nice if I had some help holding this along, but Reza is too young. Nene is too immature. And Elizabeth is too caught up in the beauties of the natural world to notice my plight. As for Chiharu, meanwhile, I can't stand the outdoors, especially hot not in the summer. There's so many mosquitoes. Why can't they leave me alone? Slap. She's engaged in a spot of pest control. For goodness sake. Chiharu's been spotting at the mosquitoes for a while, but I don't think she's having much success. If I was keeping score, which I'm not, I guess we'd be at mosquitoes 1, Chiharu 0. You're right, Chiharu, is something better? What? Oh. It's fine, I seem to be rather popular, that's all. Popular? With the mosquitoes, they're rather attached to that older sister of mine. Whenever we go out, she is always assailed by bugs. That's right, such a pain. It feels like being back in middle school. Chiharu, by the way, was very popular in middle school. Droves of boys fell over themselves for the opportunity to stand in her shadow, much less speak to her. For some reason, guys, especially younger, impressionable, middle school-aged guys, seem to have a real thing for girls who refuse to give them the time of day. However, they enjoy the thrill of the chase. I can't say I can relate to their feelings. Personally, I only catch feelings from girls who are nice to me. Who else we treat like dirt? Please answer that. That was a rhetorical question. Chiharu smacks her clavicle, but not again. Looks like another failure. So are we at mosquitoes too? Chiharu 0? That's gonna play on my sister's pride. I know she can't stand losing. Maybe the mosquitoes would be less likely to pick on you if you didn't wear so much perfume. Probably attracts them. Don't see why I ought to change my ways for the sake of a few stupid insects. If I want to smell like patchouli and vanilla, then I've every right. No amount of mosquitoes can stop me from living my best life. What's patchouli? I don't know, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. A plant. Oh, I see. We'll find it around here. I can say I'm not sure what it looks like, but I do know what it smells like. So all your mosquito buddies, your perfume must be attracting them like a beacon. Oh please, if that has anything to do with you, it does something to do with me actually. When you keep complaining, but trying to help. Oh, brother is right for once in his life. Thou canst hardly complain when thou art the architect of thine own misery. I'm the architect of your misery in a minute if you keep shrieking like that. Shrieking? Me? This dark one would never. I'm sure you wouldn't. I told me to tell thee, my dear sister, that if thou wert more like me, thou wouldst never be bothered by beings as inferior as mere mosquitoes. I told you everything I was about to say. But sure, just as what's up, right? What are you talking about? Why, I'm most glad you asked. Using my dark powers, which were bestowed upon me by the Dark Lord. Yeah, because you get to the point already. I am easily capable of repelling the malignant influences of all insects. It's thanks to mine immense intense aura that these wicked mosquitoes know not to approach me, and they only their belief in significant little lives. My powers are so great that thou ceased. I could turn them to ashes in a bare moment. Oh! Ow! Her eyes wide scowling. She slams her hand against her wrist when it's already too late. Why, you rotten little... Come back here, you coward! Fight me! I want to get the better of me! I'll vaporize you using mind magical abilities until nary a speck of you remains. I can't not stand for this disrespect. I'm the Dark One. Well, so much for Nene's dark powers. As far as I can tell, they're not doing squat to protect her. Maybe I should start a new mental tally. Mosquitoes 1, Nene 0. You wicked creatures, if thou knewest with what powers thou wert toying with, thou wouldst never... Okay, so mosquitoes 2, Nene 0. Not doing a very good job of this, is she? Well, so much for that. What dost thou mean, so much for that? How dare thee be so cruel? I thought thou wert my own sister, one who possesseth mine own flesh and blood. I think those mosquitoes are the only ones who possess your blood right now. Tiger, you're just as bad as Chi. It isn't polite to kick a lady when she's down. I didn't know you were a lady. I thought you were the Dark One. I can be the Dark One and a lady. Everybody knows that. I'm a woman of manifold mysteries and even more talents. Except for warding off mosquitoes, or so it seems. I'm doing my best. It's my fault I'm so very attractive. These stupid bugs can't help but... Ow! Oh, we're at 3-0 now. How embarrassing. For you, I mean. You were keeping a score too? I thought it might be amusing. Seems like we're on the same page then. Oh, go jump off a cliff. You must have mean. I don't know why I bother. Nene scowls, then stalks off. She doesn't get very far, however, before a surprise cry halts her in her tracks. I hear the rustling of leaves, shortly followed by a dull thud, and then... Ow. A yell of pain that sounds distinctly like my little brother. What was that? Was that Rizza? I swear, I saw Rizza just a few moments ago, but he seems to have disappeared. Did he get bored of all this bickering and wander off? That shout I heard certainly sounded like him. I hope he's not hurt himself. Hey, Rizza. Hey, Rizza, little brother? Oh, no. The three of us dash through the forest, our simple rivalry momentarily forgotten. Can't see Rizza, not among the foliage, but he can't have strayed too far from the beaten path. Not with his plaintive cries, so the cry of pain sounds so very close. We'll be hid this way and that, searching for him fitfully until... Shh, there, dear, it's alright. Pain, go away, Rizza takes tumble. How's it alright? It hurts. I know it hurts, but it's only temporary. The pain will go away soon enough. It hasn't gone away yet. It hurts now. I know, dear thing, but soon this pain will be little more than a distant memory. Try to focus on happy things. Maybe you can hug Flopsy. I'm sure she'll console you. Right. It looks like Rizza isn't alone after all. Rizza headed off, whenever that was. Elizabeth must have followed him. Guess she was the one who set him on this tree stump to better examine his bloody knee. Elizabeth's eyes had narrowed, her expression thoughtful. Let me see. Your fall was rather nasty, but the cut isn't too deep. There's something to be thankful for. To be able to walk on it, if given enough time, but just be safe. Then Elizabeth pressed her finger against Rizza's injured knee. Rizza winces, but he doesn't cry out. His sobs seem to have stifled for a moment, at least, as he buries his face and flops his head. Meanwhile, Elizabeth knows her eyes. Her lips purse and strange arcane words spill from them. Light begins to emit from her palms, brighter than the sunshine which spills onto the forest floor. I watch, my eyes wide with shock as Elizabeth uses her magic. Light is a soft, ephemeral thing, but it's more beautiful than anything I thought a demon could create. Elizabeth focuses on Rizza's knee for a few moments, and then... There, how do you feel now, little one? Oh, Rizza blinks perplexed, a reaction which I can't blame him for. I feel pretty perplexed myself. I feel a lot better, thank you. Good, I'm glad to hear it. And what about your knee? It's funny, but... Rizza bends his knee experimentally. He swings his leg back and forth, but he doesn't wince. It hurt a lot after I fell, but it feels fine now. Does it never hurt it at all? I'm very happy to hear that. I'm not very good at offensive magic, but I have something of an affinity for healing magics. My enchantments aren't particularly potent, but I can certainly take care of a scraped knee or two. I'm glad I was able to be of assistance. Elizabeth rises to her feet, then leans in with a compassionate smile. She ruffles the top of Rizza's head. Now don't sob, there's no need to, not when I'm here. I know I'm not your real sister, but I'll do all I can to look after you all the same. You have my word. Really? Of course. Elizabeth lays her handful from Rizza's head, then extends her pinky finger to my little brother, so as to make an unbreakable pact. I promise. Wow. I mightn't be an active participant of this scene. I think I forfeited that right after spending so much time needling Nene with Chiharu, but I'm touched by it regardless. The smile on Elizabeth's face is so guileless, enough to make my own heart flutter. I always knew Elizabeth was nice, but right now she doesn't look much like a demon. She's far more like an angel. Cool, and this is where I shall end the episode. Actually, I'll end it after half an hour later. Alright, this is where I shall end the episode. I do hope you enjoyed this episode of My Lovey-Dovey Demon. I don't know how close I am getting to the end of this game, but I've completed 6 of 12 achievements, 4 in this single episode. So, yes. Yes, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you watched it all the way to the end, I'll see you next video. Goodbye.